Hi, good morning. I've literally just woken up, so please bear with me for this intro. Basically, I've decided to vlog today because I've got some cool little upty things going on. I've got a bit of admin to do this morning before I head out to Liverpool to go to the Tate. I actually haven't been here to the Tate for like ages, and I mean pre-COVID we're talking, and I don't know why I haven't actually gone back there. It's a wonderful little place. It kind of gives me London vibes, and I get to see lots of amazing artwork. There's a specific Picasso piece where I'm just like, every time I see it, it just makes me a little bit happy. So that's what I'm going to do today. I do have a couple of emails I've got to answer first, and I need to put a wash on. I need to dress myself, and then I'll head straight out. I just thought I'd give an introduction rather than just throwing you straight in the deep end, because I know it's like you just going, what's going on? Oh, FYI, it's freezing this morning. Absolutely freezing, and it's only, today's the 28th of September, and it's freezing, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. that you enjoyed that little day in my life. I didn't really talk very much. I just kind of went to the Tate and just absorbed everything, because I just become so induced into the moment that I just think, I don't want to talk, I just want to observe, draw, and just really take in all the little bit of artworks, because I think that was the first time in about 3 years that I've actually been to an art gallery. I think I've been to one other, not like just popping in. This one was a planned trip where I pretty much set 2-3 hours of the day of just going into the art gallery and just exploring it all, and just really soaking in all the amazing artworks that they had on offer. There was a point where I began to feel a bit upset. Not because I was sad, I was just really overly emotional, because I finally felt normal, which is an amazing feeling for me because of everything we've gone through these past few years, and it's still quite raw, and I forget of the mental implications that COVID has basically taken away from us. Like, I can't really remember when I was 24 and 25, because all I did was work. Those were the years when COVID was everywhere, and just to be able to be back, to sit, relax and just absorb everything, it just got very emotional and I almost started crying. Luckily there's a room with basically a movie interview including 2 famous actors and actresses. Basically I just sat there and I was just so induced into it that I just like started crying. Luckily it was dark and no one could really see me, but I'm not even going to say I was embarrassed, because I wasn't. I was totally accepting this feeling of just feeling just, I don't even want to say overwhelmed anymore. I think it was just freedom. I just felt free, happy that I was finally able to get back to normal, especially after everything. So, the mental side aside, I had a wonderful day. I went to Lush, I bought some more henna for my hair, because my hair is not actually naturally this golden coppery colour, it's more of the top colour basically, so it's like a mousy brown, and I like to dye it, and it's just kind of a monthly treat to give myself, because I've learned the hard way that you need to give yourself certain things to stop you from having a mental breakdown. So what I'll quickly do is that I've actually got kind of a catch up with 2 of my closest mates on Discord. They're wonderful, they're just so random and quirky and weird. I'm going to have a little chat with them for an hour or so, and then I'll show you the drawings that I did. Actually, I might show you the drawings now. Okay, so I did 3 different drawings of 2 different artworks. There wasn't actually much room for me to sit down and draw, because there was no benches basically, and I like to sit and just take my time and just absorb everything. I haven't actually gone to an art gallery to draw for a very long time, because normally I go with someone. I normally go with my other half, and there's loads of people, and it's just, I got very embarrassed about it, because you find like people peering over your shoulder wondering what the hell you're doing, and it becomes very like, you become very pressured just to draw how you meant to draw. But this time it was quiet enough that I could sit down and draw on the 2 benches that there were, and they're not perfect, they're just sketches. They are just, I think, about 10 minutes each. So I'll just show you the first one. I can't remember any of the names of the artworks that I was drawing, but I'm sure I would have videoed them in the video, so you could have a good glance back and see which ones you think it is, and if you know it, you know what to do. So this is the first one. This is just a small section of a larger drawing. I really loved the idea. It's meant to be a person, basically, this is like the neck and it goes onto the clothing, but I just thought I'd just leave that, and then it came to like a weird face, like a white mask, and then 2 eyes, and then a weird mouth, and then had all these little marks which were very concentrated at the bottom, and then just kind of spread upwards. So that is it. I'm trying to get the right lighting. Very helpless. I just used fine liner for that one. And then the second one was this one. This one's actually of a sculpture installation piece. Instead of drawing the whole thing, I thought I'll just draw the outline of it, as in like so if you got the object there and you've got all like the little bits poking out, I'll draw around it and then do the marks. I was drawing a space around it basically for the first one because I thought that is what caught my eye originally. So I was like, I'm just going to draw that first and then I can do more drawings if I want to. So here it is. It's very, very simple. But I really like the effect because now I can just tilt it and then it still works no matter which way you draw it. So it's originally meant to be like that. But even though it's just simple marks, like these extra marks here that I've done, they weren't meant to be there, but they just add this bit of characteristic and feature to make it get a bit more three-dimensional. Make it a bit more three-dimensional and gives you this impression that something else is there, which I quite like, because it's a simple little mark that can just add so much more detail and depth into a drawing, basically. And then we have a bit more of a concentrated drawing. So that one's a bit more complicated because there is a lot of perspective involved with it. However, I think I did pretty well. I did miss out a block, so this block is meant to be in line with this one rather than this one. But it's not the end of the world, honestly. It's just one of those things you have to keep on adding to, and it does look three-dimensional, which I'm very happy with. Like I said, mistakes were made. It was just nice and observational, and it gave me an idea for my sculpture work because I know I work with plaster. When I first originally looked at it, I thought Rachel White-Reed, not the one from Canada, Rachel White-Reed, she did the negative space in a house. She basically filled an old house with concrete and then took all the walls off to leave the negative imprints of a house basically to show. That was what immediately came to my mind, but I found the artwork more interesting than what the artist was saying about it. It's nothing personal, I just always find that is the case with me. And it was so much more interesting because some of the blocks you could see through, some of them you could see like different compartments where it kind of went around, and it just, because it wasn't solid blocks, it was just so much more visually exciting, and it reminded me of my square artworks that I did back at university. And I just thought, maybe it's time to bring the sculpture back into my art practice. I know I haven't been able to do it because of the lack of space, because the last ones that I did, one of them was about 2.5 meters long by 1 meter 8, so that's pretty big, and that's bigger than my little room that I've got, and I would really like to get back into it. And I've got these little bits of ideas floating around my head that I do actually have a book for, that I can just write down ideas for, either when I've got time or I've got the resources, or both. I do tend to go back to it. But there was also this moment of when I saw this artwork of a bittersweetness, because I had all these ideas floating in my head and I was like, okay, I haven't lost it. I haven't lost my artistic spark. Thank the Lord. But it hit me the fact that I couldn't just put aside all that time because I have to work full time to be able to pay for stuff that I don't want to pay for. And I know it's the same in a lot of other people, in a lot of other people's cases. But when I mean it makes me miserable, it does make me miserable. it's the only thing that I want to do. I enjoy it so much, but realistically I can't venture off to become full-time because the financial stability of it is just not okay. Like, I can go months without a payday and then all of a sudden have 1 month where I'm literally laughing, and like, I know that I've missed out on a few opportunities because I can't get the time off of work, which can be very upsetting for myself, especially when I know that every time I think of a missed opportunity, I'm just like, that could have been my chance of being able to leave my full-time work and head off and do something that I really want to do, something that not everyone gets to do. Whereas the fact that I've had to say no to it makes me feel like I've got to wait just a little bit longer to be able to find the right person that will take me on, not only as an artist but also as a mentor, because doing this alone is very scary. I didn't realise how important being in a studio with other artists, like how important it is, not just for not just the social aspect, but also for the mental aspect as well. Because I could literally just talk about art all day, every day. I do have to mention, I think I need to scrub up on my art history a bit more, because I was looking around recognising some of these artworks going, oh, it's that artist, and I was just like, no, I can't remember who they are. And I was like, is it Monet? But it's a Mondrian. It was a Mondrian that was on the wall, which is the squares with the couple, there's like 3 or 4 different colours in them. And I was like, is that a Monet? Is that a Manet? I can't remember. It's beginning with M. I went over when it's a Mondrian, and I was like, how did I not know that? He's like one of the most famous artists. Also, it was a nice surprise in that gallery. There was a Pablo Picasso, which was one, like, you could go straight, like, literally be this far away from it, which is very surprising, which is so nice. And also, I just love a bit of Picasso, just like having a look at it. So the time is currently 7:25, and my day is not over yet. I've still got my chat with my friends, which I'm very excited about, just because it would be nice to talk to someone other than my boyfriend. And I've also got a couple of applications to do for some more art opportunities, so that should be exciting. It is now the next day. My little social gathering didn't happen, unfortunately. Something popped up, so one of them couldn't attend it, so we just moved it to another day, which is quite nice because it's still something to look forward to. I thought I wanted to just end this video because I don't want it just to stop. I actually do have a couple more videos planned that I'm actually pretty excited about, because it involves the C word, and we all know how excited we can get when it comes to the C word in the right context. Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and don't forget to like and subscribe to it, because it really helps me out. It makes me feel so much better and just picks me up, honestly. If it's any artworks that you've seen amongst this channel, you can buy all of them on my eBay selling account, which is in my description box. But until then, I shall see you guys next time. Have a fabulous rest of the week, and think of me when I'm working away for 6 days in a row, because I have bills to pay. Bye guys!